Yeah, welcome everyone. So today's session is daily healing practices for sustained growth and empowerment, something which came from many of you. And so what we will do is before we get into the session, let's get a little bit into meditation, and then we'll get into the practice for today. Okay. So just let's take a moment to center ourselves. And let's start by finding a comfortable position. You can close your eyes and feel comfortable in your body. Take a deep breath through your nose. Hold for a moment and then exhale slowly through your mouth. Breathe in deep and then breathe out from your mouth slowly. And as you breathe, imagine a wave of calmness being swept over you, washing from your head to toe. Now, the polyvagal theory teaches us the importance of finding a safe space. So as we breathe, let's focus on sending signal of safety to our nervous system. Imagine a white and warm, gentle light surrounding you, creating a safe and nurturing space. Now let's bring our attention to the topic of today's session, the importance of daily healing practice for growth and empowerment. These practices are essential for nurturing a healthy relationship with ourselves and the world around us. As we engage in this work, it's important to approach ourselves with kindness and compassion. Let's set an intention for today's session to be open to experience self-compassion. Imagine yourself wrapping in a warm, comfortable embrace. Remind yourself that it's okay to be vulnerable. It's okay to feel the pain. And it's okay to seek healing. Now take one deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any tension or resistance you may be holding on to. And then when you feel ready, you can slowly open your eyes. And let's take this self-compassion with us as we move into the session today. So what we will do is we will go into the importance of daily practices, why they are critical, and how they help you move into growth and empowerment. I'll share with you 3 practices or techniques that I use most often, both for myself and people I work with. And we are going to experience one today, and then we'll get into sound, and then open for Q&A. And if you have any individual questions, we will be there. So why this is so important? Regularly engaging into these practices actually are crucial for sustaining our growth and thriving in our day-to-day life. Now, there are four things that came up when we are looking into research. One is that they actually are foundation for growth, and daily practices are fundamental for your personal empowerment and growth. By regularly practicing, processing, addressing our past traumas and anxieties, we actually create a foundation, solid foundation, upon which we can build ourselves stronger and become more resilient. Now, think of an example of a tree that needs strong roots to grow tall. And we need a strong emotional foundation to grow ourselves as individuals. If someone has unresolved traumas, it's like trying to build a house on a shaky foundation. And in my day-to-day practice, I absolutely go for looking at these foundation, which means releasing of traumas and anxieties, as they allow to then breathe in and create other new things. So they allow you to grow and to empower. Now, the other reason to do is to prevent accumulation, which means life comes at us. Okay, we live in a world that is always changing and challenging. So when you do a regular practice, it helps you to prevent accumulation of stress and anxiety, which comes from day to day. So one is all about what you bring from the past, but also you are living day to day. So it's like kind of neutralizing and helping you to go through whatever happened during the day or yesterday. And so it prevents accumulation. And when we have seen that when we start to neglect our mental health, especially these small stressors, these then accumulate, create larger issues, get into physiology, diseases come in, etc. So that's how an accumulation creates a reason to do that. So think about, imagine your mind as a garden, and if you don't regularly weed your garden, then basically the weeds take over and then suffocate the plant. And similarly for us, small stressors and anxieties can accumulate over time and suffocate our mental well-being. So regular healing practice avoids to or helps to weed out all the things that could be preventing our growth. Then, of course, when you do this work, it brings a lot of self-awareness. Engaging in daily practice is incredible source of self-awareness. And if you look into what we do with IFS, it starts to bring what we call self-energy. Now, self-energy is like if you think about a tree, is the trunk of the tree, which means it can withstand all kind of storms that come in, but also it allows you to grow from there. And so if you have future goals and things that you want to do, having a strong self helps to go faster and also helps to prevent us from getting into barriers that then hold us from reaching our goals. Empowerment. So taking time each day to focus on healing is like an act of self-empowerment. It sends actually a very powerful message to our subconscious that I value me, that you value yourself, and that you're committed for your own self-growth. And think about daily healing practice as a form of exercise for your mind, just as you do regularly exercise for your body. This is for your mind, that allows it to stay sharp and also be with you rather than, as we say, against you. So daily practice are really essential, and they build strong foundation for anything that you would like to do in terms of healing your life, going towards a goal, anything that is about self-empowerment. Now, there are three practices that I'm going to share with you, okay? And the reason I bring this up is because these are meant to get you unstuck. and and so basically stuck from being either emotionally dysregulated or looking into grieving losses, or finding yourself into a challenging environment, whether it's in relationships or with yourself or the others. Okay, so I picked them up because they are kind of interconnected and complementary. Each is designed to address different aspects of your well-being. In together, they form like a gentle, powerful approach to healing. Now, these practices can help you navigate challenges with more ease as they come up. They help you to restore emotional balance if you lose it. And also, it's a good way to manage your response to a stress that can happen on the day in a much healthier way. And then it, of course, creates a sense of stability and grounding in your daily life. Ultimately, by nurturing a healthier relationship with yourself, you lay a foundation for a healthier relationship with the world around you, paving the way for your growth and empowerment. So there are three things that we are going to talk about. One is, how do you begin your day? And the same sounds simple, but it is such a powerful impact on how you actually create your day. So setting up first 30 minutes of your day is probably one of the most foundational part of your daily routine that can change many things. So it's one thing. There's a practice that I know I've shared before, but I want to go into detail about that, which is writing. And I cannot tell you the number of testimonies I have from just this simple practice, how magically it works for people that get stuck into stuff. And we'll go into detail. And then I also do a lot of these, which is day-to-day triggers. Okay, how do you handle triggers? So there's a shorter version of what I would give to you, which then you can actually use at any time because it's on the queue. Okay, you take a trigger and then you run it. So those are three things that I brought for you. And let's get into the detail of them. Okay, the 30 minutes morning ritual. And so the way you start your day is the way you end your day. I mean, this is well known. So the first thing is, make sure you start your day with an alarm with a beautiful sound. So not something that jolts you out, and something that makes you smile. So you take that. It's a very simple thing, but this is how your autonomic nervous system is coming into life. Okay, and then you hydrate yourself. Make sure that your body feels happy start, because you smile and your body smiles. And then you immediately get into some kind of a meditative state. And I have given two examples. This is everything which I do. So I'm telling you what I do. One is start with the gratitude exercise. So the one I do, which is very simple and it's very powerful for me, is you take your hand like that. This has 10 fingers. With every finger, you say what you are grateful for in your life. So you open a finger, talk about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so it's 10 things that you're grateful. You do one at a time, and you stay with that. So don't make it like a routine, but make it something that you sense it. So, for example, I name every mentor that has worked or helped me. This group, is part of my gratitude every morning. Okay, so just to give you context. And then get into a small 10 minutes meditation, any form. It doesn't matter. Anything you like, whatever makes you happy, whatever makes you lighter. It can be a music, it can be a guided meditation, it doesn't matter. What matters is that you are taking care of yourself and you are staying in that state in the morning before you go into anything else. The third part of the morning is, what you do is you do a physical exercise. So anything, stretching, people do all kind of things, anything that you can do with ease. And so you're moving your body a bit, And then you write down what is my intention for the day. And you take a piece of paper and you write down. So I have every day on my desk, every day, which I have my intention for the day. What is this intention for today? And you can write different things. It doesn't matter what comes up, but you are setting yourself for the day. And so take this moment to do your intention for the day. Okay. And this is 30 minutes of your life. And by the way, as you said, you have not touched your device till you are getting into it, till you're done with all of this. Okay. And this all takes about 30 minutes for you to do. Okay. And it makes such a profound change. I can promise you. Start practicing, do it every day, and give the name. Okay. For example, an intention for me today, I'm going to stay in a place of love. Today, I am going to have this done for me and I'm going to finish it. Or today, this is what is my focus. So anything, whatever comes up. So intention of a day can be anything that is relevant for you for the day. So it puts you into a path. Okay, the second one is the trauma release writing. So now I call it trauma release, but actually you can use it for almost anything that puts you out of balance. Okay. And this is writing exercise. And what you do is, so my normal advice is to do for 4 days. Okay. But you can also do 1 day and it starts to make results. So there's a mechanics to that is very important. Okay. And the mechanics is that you isolate yourself, put yourself in a place where you're not being disturbed for this 30 minutes. Okay. And you take a piece of paper, pen, okay, and you write a topic. And this is key. Now, when I work with people, I give them topic that is relevant from what comes up, because this is what bothers them most. But you can also find out your topic if there's something that bothers you no end, okay? Or you're getting so disturbed by that, and so that becomes your topic. So you write the topic on the top of the page, and then you sit with that paper, get into a peaceful state, so everything is off, okay? And you know you're out for 20 minutes at least, okay? And then you take a deep breath, you ground yourself, open your eyes, and start to write whatever comes up below the topic of the day. So I give you an example. I am getting so angry at my one of my sibling, okay? I am so angry with my sibling. So this my sibling creates so much anger into me. So I write the topic saying all the anger with my sister. And you start, and then you go. So it's within 20 seconds, actually. How it works is that you would default into a very deep meditative state, because one of the conditions of writing is you do not take your pen off. It's not like you write and then you think and then you write and think. No, what you do is you write continuously. That's the only condition. You say to yourself, I'll keep writing. And within less than 20 seconds, you go into deep meditative state. You start to write stuff that you will not believe that is there. And the only thing is that then at a point in time, you say, I'm done. You take that piece of paper and you either burn it, or you put it into water, or you bury into earth. You do what you want to make sure it is leaving your place. And the reason you do that is because it's a way by which you tell to your system that this paper will not exist after we are finished, so that your inner system will take out everything and not hold back, because one of the things it's afraid of is that what if the paper falls into somebody's hand? So you know that you're going to burn it or flush it or put it in water or bury, whatever you're going to do. Any of them that works. And there's a meditation that you run at the end. It's 4 minutes meditation. I will put all this in the link in the YouTube. And this meditation actually helps you to bring back, because when you are writing, you go into a state which may be sometimes challenging because it brings you stuff. And so the meditation helps you to ground, bring you back, and then you're back in, okay? And you can write for 4 days. And I promise you it'll do good. So before you start writing, and at the end of the 4 days, you will feel different. And what is interesting is that when you write on the same topic, even if you write same topic for 4 days, different stuff will come out. And maybe on day 4, there is nothing coming out, and then it's okay, it's over. Okay. So that's my second thing. And you can do it for most difficult things to most simple things. It works the same way. Okay, now let's start to prepare for the third one, which is triggers, okay? And what I want you to do, so I've also sent this out as a question to everybody who was coming in, just reflect on your past week, okay? And see if there were moments that you felt particularly anxious, panicked, or even overwhelmed from past traumas. So just look at those moments and any triggers that created them. For example, my mother said this, and then I went into that place, or something happened to me, or I was driving, and then I just got so angry because somebody said something on the road, or etc. So triggers. So I got triggered by something, and then I had those overwhelming, anxious, panic moments. Okay. See if you can look at anything in last week, yesterday, today, and see what comes up for you. Or you can think about your personal growth and journey. Are there any specific areas where you feel you're stuck or disempowered? So look at that and see if you can choose one that you would like to work. Okay, so just see if you can find yourself in a peaceful and a comfortable position. If you want, you can sit straight or lie down as you want. Make sure that your body feels relaxed and at ease. And gently close your eyes. To begin, just focus on your breath. Drawing slowly deep breaths through your nose, filling your lungs entirely, and then exhale through your mouth, letting go any tension or worry. Do this a couple of times, grounding your mind and body in the present moment. Now we are going to establish a safe anchor. Think of a person, a place, a memory, color, or a fragrance that gives you a sense of calm, safety, and well-being. So it could be a person, a place, a memory, or a color or fragrance that gives you sense of safety, calm. This is your safe anchor, a place you can return to whenever you feel need for reassurance and grounding. By doing this, we are actually tapping into our vagal ventral system that helps us feeling safe and with social connection. So with your safe anchor in mind, gently shift your attention to the trigger you chose to bring into the session related to your day-to-day life. As you focus into that trigger, observe any sensation, emotions, or thoughts that surface. As your awareness deepens, welcome the part of you that is carrying the trigger. This could be an inner child, a protective part, or another aspect of you. Gently acknowledge this part and inviting it into safety of your safe anchor space. So bring this part to your safe anchor. Now move your attention to the physical sensation linked to that. So as you were thinking of it, you could feel somewhere in your body physical sensation. So just move your attention to the physical sensation. It could be in the form of tightness, discomfort, or other feeling arising when you started to engage with this trigger. Direct your breath into this area. And with every exhalation, create a space for relaxation and release. Keep breathing, and on each exhale, you can also send a soothing sound from yourself to this area. You can send sound like ah, oh, and observe how this part responds to each of the sound. As this part reveals itself, visualize extending compassion and curiosity towards it. And ask a question. What is its intention for you? What is it here to tell you? And see what you hear. and ask it, what are you afraid would happen? What are your fears? And see from a place of compassion and curiosity if you can acknowledge the fears and ask it, what does it require from you to feel secure, understood, and supported? So, what does it need from you to feel secure, understood, and supported? See if you can acknowledge what you hear and bring in your safe anchor and envision extending its supportive energy to this part, which is holding the challenging emotions, the physical sensation. As you extend this safe anchor, this might manifest as a warm, soothing light, or a comforting sound, or embrace. Allow this part to receive support and start releasing any tension or discomfort it may be holding. Continue to offer this somatic support to the part for a few moments, allowing it to process and release any emotions or memories related to the challenging emotion. And if any additional parts emerge during the process, acknowledge them and extend the same compassion and support towards them. As you sense the part beginning to relax and integrate, thank it for its openness to engage. Acknowledge its courage and resilience that it has been showing in carrying these emotions, and see if you can express your gratitude for its role in your life. Now check back about the trigger and how it feels to you, and what are the messages that you could get engaging with that. And when that starts to feel complete, start to come back. And if you can, take a piece of paper and pen and write down what came up for you. I'll prepare for these tuning forks. Okay, so we'll get into sound healing. If you have not been here, just to give you a few things. So basically you will be guided into a process where we will open the two channels, one on top of the head, one below the feet. So these are your negative, positive terminals. And then you have all the energy centers in your body. So we'll open them up. And then you can be in a comfortable position. You can lie, you can sit straight, it's okay. Just take a moment to think about one intention of what you want for you, okay, as being here. And we will do a breath, which is a specific kind of breathing. So the breathing here is a little bit more intense. So you take a deep breath and fill up your lungs. And then when you breathe out, you'll empty your lungs and you breathe out all of it out. And you'll hear me breathe in, breathe out quite a bit. Okay. So imagine as if you're breathing from the top of your head into your lungs. And then you breathe out as if you're breathing into your feet, pushing energy down. Okay, so that's just to imagine. Okay, you'll of course hear tuning forks, and you may not then feel any sensation, but normally you do. And yeah, just have fun with that. In the session, I will also I will put a pendulum to say which energy center we can work with. Today depends on your wish and all your energy. And we will start always at the edge, which is wherever is the center. So let's imagine we are working on the heart. We'll start 6 feet out from the heart, left or right. And each of these has, of course, an emotional aspect there. But what I will do is I will go to the end of the edge, or edgy edge. And at the edge is your time of conception. And then your present moment is a little bit about 10 centimeters, 10 inches from here. And then we have the river of ancestors. So your mother, on the left side is the mother, right side is the father. And so depending on where side we work with, so we will go through that. And I will every time tell you an age and what kind of emotion is coming up. And what you do is you connect to whatever comes up for you as a memory that you remember, and just breathe. Or in that special way, I'm going to tell you to breathe, and I will use a tuning fork to release. Okay, and we continue like this. Okay, here we go. Okay, so just think about a wish that you want. and we will open the center below the feet, and then we'll go to the top of the head. So I'm just below your feet, and I'm going to ask you to breathe now. So take a deep breath in and breathe out. Okay, so there's a lot of heaviness and difficulty to ground. So we are going to continue to breathe. Take another breath in, and imagine when you breathe out, you're breathing out into your feet. Okay, take another breath. I'm going to ground you. So I'm still opening the center below your feet. Take another breath. Okay, so that was better. Grounded. Now I'm going to go to the top of the head and do the same. So on top of your head. Take a breath. So I'm pointing into your head so it goes through your backbone and through the feet into Mother Earth, opening all the centers in between. Take another breath. Okay, so we have done the two centers, opened the two centers. Now I'm going to run the pendulum so you'll not hear anything through the different centers, chakras as we call them, and see, depending on your wish, what is coming up today to clear up. So I'm going through the knees, the root center, the second center, the third center, the fourth center. Okay. Fifth center wants to be worked on. On the right side. Okay, so we're going to work on the right side of your throat. So the stress is speaking but not heard. So when you feel your voice is not heard by others, that eventually may sometimes lead into arguments and fights with people around you or with yourself. And so we are going to go at the edge. So I'll start with the time of your being conceived, so that when you got formed into life, and then we'll get till the present moment. Every time if I find something, I will tell you an age, and sometimes there is also an emotion attached. I will let you know, and all you do is connect to it and just breathe. So the tuning fork will change now. We'll use a different one for this one. Here we go. So we start at the time of your being conceived. And it's going into the head now. Interesting. So the first thought that came in is that my God or my higher self, is it with me? Am I supported by higher self, by universe, God, whoever I believe in? Or even my father? Is my presence here supported by? I'm questioning that. So this is what is coming up. So take a breath. And stay with that. And just see if you can breathe into that. You can also make noises and release. So it's very heavy energy, so I'm going to use another tuning fork to clear up whatever is there. Take a breath. See if you can release it. Okay, cleared. Take a breath. Okay, so now 6 months into pregnancy, so you're 3 months to be born. Now is much more anxiety coming into the world. It's not yours. It's one of the parents. Mostly mother, but also could be father. So and it turns into fear. Breathe. Yeah, you did it. Cleared. So birth was okay, but just 1 year or less than 1 year after birth, there's something going on. So it's a very little kid. Yeah, 1 year into birth, born, very little one, and it's going into shoulders. You are not, as if either you're crying or you're looking for attention, and nobody is hearing you. Take a breath and see if you can send love to the little one. In your own soothing words, say what you want to say so it feels supported. And breathe. Okay, so 15-year-old, 15, 16. Same, is back again, not heard. Arguments, fights. So continue to breathe. I'm changing the tuning fork to release whatever is there. Uh, 30, 30-year-old. Exactly same thing, but it's going to the left side. As if you're saying something and that is not being believed. Or you're unable to speak as well. Because nobody is hearing. So breathe. Breathe. Okay, so in the present moment, just today or this week or this period, same thing. Another additional word came up is also feel unsupported. This is going in the back. Breathe. Okay, so now we are in your father zone. So it is what your father went through in his life as young man growing up. What was his challenges, his traumas, his challenges, which have come into your life as well. This is about him and his challenges. See if you can say love, light, breath towards him. Yeah. The word desire was not supported. He felt unsupported. Never heard. So a lot of fights. Arguments. To breathe. Okay, so whatever came up, we are going to clear it all out from the system. Take a breath. So whatever you have processed will continue to work for next 48 hours for your body. And we will close with the 528 hertz cocoon around your body. Continue to relax. As we come to end our session, let's take a moment to reflect and ground ourselves. Reflect on the practices we explored today. Any insights or feeling that arose for you. Acknowledge yourself for taking this time for self-care and personal growth. Now let's focus on carrying the sense of empowerment and self-compassion into our daily lives. Imagine a light within your heart area, radiating warmth and compassion. As you breathe, imagine this light expanding, filling your entire being, and then extending outwards, surrounding you with a protective, nurturing energy. As you move forward, set an intention to continue to engage in daily healing practices, to approach ourselves and others with compassion, and to nurture our growth and empowerment. Now take one more deep breath in, and as you exhale, release any remaining tensions or resistance, and slowly start to bring your awareness back to present moment. And then when you're ready, you can gently start to open your eyes. Thank you for being here.